Welcome to Udo Video. In this video, we're going to talk about bill control policy. With Udo, we can determine quantities billed by vendors on every purchase order, either before receiving our product or after they already delivered. It also quickly identifies incorrect vendor bills, which help us maintain our financial health. The Udo Purchase app automatically matches information between purchase order, the vendor bill, and the receipts. So to start, go to the Purchase app and make sure that the default bill control policy is set correctly. To do that, go to Configuration, click Setting, go to Invoicing section. As you can see, there are two bill control policy, the ordered quantities and the received quantities. Ordered quantities create a vendor bill as soon as the purchase order is confirmed, while in received quantity, a bill is created only after part of the total order has been received. An error will appear if creating of a vendor bill is attempted without receiving anything. Take note, if one or two products need a different control policy, the default build control settings can be override by going to the Purchase tab in the product template and modify its control policy field. You should also activate the three-way matching to ensure that the vendor bills are only paid once, some, or all of the product included in the purchase order have actually been received. Take note, three-way matching is only intended to work when the bill control policy is set to receive quantities. We are now set, just click Save. Let us see what happens when we order product with our bill control policy. Go to Order, click Purchase Order, and go to New. In this case, we can now select our vendor. And for the product, let's say office chair, we're going to order 5 pieces of office chair. Then click Confirm. Let's try to create a bill directly. So we're going to click Create Bill, and as you can see, we receive an error message containing there's nothing to invoice, since the product bill control policy we're using is a received quantity and we haven't received anything yet. So just close it. Let's check the other information tab. Look at the order bill status. It indicates nothing to bill. To create a bill, we first need to receive at least some of the product. Let's say we already received the first three. Click the receipt button and mark the quantity to 3. Then click Validate and click Create Back Order. Back order in Udo is an order that created when some or all of the product included in the purchase order cannot be received, with most of the reason out of stock. So once you are done, go back to the purchase order, and on the other information tab, we can see the billing status has changed to waiting bill. So now we have to create a bill. Click Create Bill. So Udo will take us to the draft bill, and going to the other information tab, as you can see here in the should be paid display, whether the bill is awaiting payment or not. In this case, so it says yes because we have already received the 3 item, and now we are billed only for the 3 item received. Before we confirm, let us see what happened if we change the quantity into 5. And if you can see, the should be paid field is now exception. As what I said earlier, Udo recognizes if something wrong with the Udo bill. It assumes that you have a good reason for changing the draft bill. Let's change the quantity back into 3, and let's just delete these, and the should be paid field is back to yes. Let's now confirm the purchase order. For the bill date, we can just say it's the same day. Click Confirm, register the payment, and create payment. Now the draft bill is marked paid. However, the should be paid field in the other information tab is still yes. It should be no after we actually send the payment to the vendor and mark the bill as paid. Since we're not going to make any actual payment, let me show you how you can manually change the should be paid tab into no. Go to should be paid field, change it to no and lock it. And let's assume that the remaining order is delivered on the same date, January 30. We can automatically create another draft bill. So go back to the purchase order, click the received product, and we're going to click into the receipt with the ready status. We're going to mark it done and we'll validate. So go back again to the purchase order and we're ready to create another bill for the back order. To do that, click create bill and add the bill date. So same date, then click confirm. We can also see the overview of all the purchase order and their billing status by going over to the order and purchase order. Now we've already received all the product and we've already billed everything. Status of our latest purchase order is now fully billed because we already paid all of our bill. Well, that's the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much.